Want to talk about ways to manage your day. Sometimes our days are just so chock full of valuable options, opportunities, and we just can't manage them all. When we get caught up in this tidal wave of tasks, requests, opportunities, we need to have a way to focus in on what's really important and how to get our tasks done for that particular day. So I like to ask these 5 questions. And the first question is, what do I really value in my life? If I do a values exercise, I can really pinpoint those things that are going to give me the biggest return of the time that I invest in them. And it helps us separate those from things that are just urgent, things that are yelling, things that may seem important, but don't return the same value. Secondly, I'll ask myself, what important tasks do I want to complete by the day's end? So when do you plan on ending your career day, your professional day, and focusing on yourself or your family? I like to schedule my days by figuring out first, okay, here's the amount of hours I want to put towards my career on that particular day. And let's just say, for instance, that I'm going to use 8 to 5. That's my time frame that I'm going to use. So what I look at is that 8 to 5 as that's the amount of hours I have. And then I look at the things that are on my list. And if there's something that doesn't fit, then I have to figure out what I need to move till tomorrow to be realistic, because I might have made commitments after 5 to my family or to myself to move forward. And those are just as important as we walk through the whole of life. Next question I like to ask when I'm deciding on those tasks, which to keep and which to move till tomorrow, is what happens if I don't get a particular task done? This helps me determine that, right? Which ones should absolutely stay and which ones can be pushed back. Secondly, I might ask, what will I sacrifice by saying yes to another work project today? We often get some attractive options. People come with us for requests. And before we just say yes to that request, we need to determine, because our day is usually packed full already of tasks that need to be completed. So if I say yes to something, I need to make room for that yes, and I end up saying no to something else. Think hard before saying yes. And the last question I like to ask myself is, can I live with the consequences of saying no? So if the consequences of saying no I cannot live with, I need to figure out what I can move off of my current list to tomorrow so I can fit in that task. Maybe that request came from my boss and it really wasn't an option. Or maybe it was from an person on my team that really needed me to get through some red tape so they could move forward. Those are important tasks, right? And so is there a way it can make those still happen and not impede upon the time that I want to spend with family and home? So those are 5 questions I ask. What's the most important thing in my life? What are the most important tasks I want to complete by the end of the day? What'll happen if I don't complete a particular task? What will I sacrifice by saying yes to a work project today? And the last one is, can I live with the consequences of saying no?